In the absence of a real estate regulator, we have seen frustrated home buyers seek recourse from multiple forums, be it the competition watchdog, the CCI, the economic offences wing of the police and consumer courts. In a landmark verdict against Unitech, the Apex Consumer Court has set aside the builders' ₹5 a square foot compensation to buyers for late delivery. Here are the details. This is Unitech's residential project Vistas in Gurgaon. Launched in 2009 and with a starting price of 50 to 60 lakh rupees an apartment. Unitech was supposed to deliver Vistas in 2012, but as you can see, it's still some time away from possession, as is the road approaching the site. 30 builders, frustrated by Unitech's alleged unwillingness to complete the project, decided to move the Consumer Court. Earlier this week, the National Consumer Disputes Redressal Commission passed a landmark verdict against Unitech in this case, and one that empowers buyers across the country. The NCDRC has directed Unitech to pay a late penalty of 12% simple interest per annum on the payments received so far. The NCDRC also said Unitech must start paying this from the date of possession promised in the buyer agreement till the actual date of possession. This is the highest penalty ever awarded by the NCDRC against any builder. Each of the buyers have paid 95% of the apartment cost so far, so around 40 to 50 lakh rupees. This means each of the victorious buyers will get a lump sum of 8 to 12 lakh rupees at 12% simple interest. Unitech has till September 15 to pay this penalty and can be spread over 3 tranches. But it doesn't end there. The court has also directed Unitech to continue paying this 12% penalty every month till the buyer actually receives possession. This means after the lump sum of 8 to 12 lakh rupees, the buyer will be paid almost 40,000 to 50,000 rupees every month as penalty. This has to be paid by the 10th of every month. This is far more than the ₹5 per square foot compensation Unitech had promised in its buyer's agreements, and which has been set aside by the NCDRC. The written verdict describes the terms of the buyer agreement as one-sided, unfair and unreasonable. The written judgment says, and I quote, "The builder charges compound interest at 18% per annum in the event of the delay on the part of the buyer in making the payment to him, but seeks to pay less than 3% per annum of the capital investment in case he does not honor his part of the contract by defaulting in giving timely possession of the flat to the buyer." Such a term in the buyer's agreement also encourages the builder to divert the funds collected by him for one project to another project being undertaken by him. He thus is able to finance a new project at the cost of the buyers of the existing project, and that too at a very low cost of finance. The interest being charged by the banks and financial institutions for financing projects of the builders is many times more than the nominal compensation which the builder would pay to the flat buyers in the form of flat compensation. In fact, Unitech has not even claimed that the entire amount recovered by it from the flat buyers was spent on this very project, unquote. Buyers' biggest grievance against builders across the country is that late delivery throws financial planning for a toss, leaving consumers struggling to service home loans as well as paying rent for their current accommodation. According to property agency firm Lysis Foras, 50% of the projects in India are 1 year late and 25% are 36 months late. As per Unitech's own submissions to the NCDRC, it will begin handing over apartments at the Vistas from February 2016 and carry on that process till February 2018, that's 9 years after the launch. The NCDRC has clearly built pressure on Unitech to deliver. It says that if Unitech misses the new timeline provided to the court, its penalty will rise to 18%. What's more, Unitech is not allowed to charge these 30 buyers the new service tax rate of 14% and has to bear the difference between the new rate and the old 12.36%. And don't think buyers waited for years to get justice. It took the NCDRC 6 months to deliver the verdict since the buyers first moved court in November 2014. Now, the 12% penalty is not something all 1,200 buyers of the Unitech Vistas can benefit from. It's only for the 30 that had moved court. If others also want to seek relief, they will have to move court. Precedent, though, is on their side. On the other side of this break, we will meet with the advocate that beat Unitech at the Apex Consumer Court and one of the victorious buyers. You can learn from their experience. Stay tuned.